All right. Hello, everyone. It's Kiki Strickland, the Matchmaker and Dating Coach again, here with another message for you. This is something that I hear singles say a lot, and I just want to give my take on it, having worked with singles for, this is 2022. I started working with singles in 2006. So it's been several years. And I've also been a Christian since I was 13. So I want to marry the two topics, dating and walking with the Lord. And does the Lord have a mate for you? Because I do hear a lot of people, mainly women, saying, I want the mate that God has for me, or I'm waiting for the one that God made for me, or God is going to send me my mate. So if you talk to married couples in the church, married couples at your church, Christians that you know, they won't tell you that God just dropped that person out of the sky. They will usually tell you, if you ask them, how did you guys get together? How did you guys meet? They'll say, oh, I was standing in line at a Christian concert and he was behind me and we struck up a conversation, or we went to school together, or we were serving in the same ministry. And, it just kind of, our friendship developed into a romantic relationship. Nobody is going to say, and please believe me, I'm not trying to be facetious or sarcastic, but nobody is going to say the Lord dropped this person out of the sky. You are going to have to do something to meet that person. I see a lot of women, mainly, not the men so much. Men are usually, even if they're not saying anything, they're moving, they're looking, they're online, they're, they have their eye out all the time for a possible mate, possible wife. But I'll talk about that in another video, how sometimes they don't move as they should. But for the women, I hear a lot of, I'm just waiting, I'm not doing anything. God is just going to bring him. Somehow he's just going to drop in front of me. And usually those people are still waiting, and it doesn't have to be that way. I feel that if you actually desire to be married, you want to be a wife, you want to be a husband, then you should be single and looking. A lot of people say they're single but not looking because they're focusing on the Lord. And of course, you should be focused on the Lord. You should always be growing spiritually, working on yourself. But that doesn't mean that you also can't be dating. Someone posted in the singles group that I'm in at my church, something about the cuffing season. And it said, what stage are you in? Are you drafting? Are you scouting? But yeah, you should always be scouting. Now you can be scouting without saying anything, without doing too much, just, being friendly, making friends of the opposite sex, getting to know people, so that you can evaluate them as a potential or not. So let me just share something else with you. Some of you are acting a little woo-woo about this. And sometimes even ministers will say, Adam was asleep and God made Eve and brought him to her. That's the only instance where that happened. And he was the only person on the entire earth. So of course, God had to make Eve fashioned. He said, the word says that Eve was fashioned and then brought to Adam. But if you read the Bible, we choose who we're going to be with. We have options. There's no one person. I don't really believe that there's only one person for you to find in this whole big world of billions of people that the Lord supposedly created just for you. No, God created you for him. He didn't create you for another person. That doesn't mean when you do find the person that you fit well with and that you fall in love with, that you won't feel like you two were created just for each other. That's a wonderful thing. But if you're still single and you're thinking there's only this one person that God created for you, and the two of you have to eventually somehow find each other out of all these people in order for it to work. No, you can make whoever you choose your soulmate. It's a choice. Love is a choice. A lot of people don't think that it's a choice. They feel like the heart loves who it loves. And in a sense, yes, you can end up falling for someone that you really shouldn't, because the heart can get in there. But in general, we have choices. The Lord has given us a free will. He might present you with some options just in your vicinity. These are the men that are available to you. And then you choose the best fit. If it were the case that the Lord was putting people together, they would stay together and never divorce. There wouldn't even be a such thing as divorce. So I really wish people would stop saying that, because it doesn't look good for you to say, oh, the Lord brought me this person, the Lord put us together, and then 10 years later, you're getting a divorce. So what happened? Did the Lord not put you together? No, you chose that person and you can make it work. Things will happen just like with any other relationship. And if the two of you are willing to work it, you will stay married. So we've had some well-known people to get divorced. We've had pastors to get divorced. And that just shows you that relationships are difficult. You definitely have to work at them. This is not a woo-woo thing, that there's this divine person for you that you just have to find. No. We choose who we want to be with. You meet wherever you meet, and you like each other. You go out on some dates. You find out if you have the same values in common, same interests, same likes, maybe hobbies together. And you go from there. So no, the Lord's not going to drop someone out of the sky. You can't keep just going about your life wanting a mate, but not doing anything about it. You should be getting out there and dating, or at least being open to date. Because some of you are just like, oh, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to look. But if you really want to be in a monogamous, committed relationship that leads to marriage, then you are going to have to do something. You're going to have to date. All right, so some of you need help with your dating, and that's where dating coaches like myself come in. We work with you one-on-one, or we will work with you in a group to get better at choosing, get better at dating, get better at relationships. So I'll be talking more about that in a future video, so come on back. And if you have any questions about anything, you can always reach out to me. All right, thanks for listening. It's been Kiki Strickland, the Matchmaker and Dating Coach. Happy dating. See you soon.